A video popped up on my feed the other day about birth control and how when a girl is on the pill, it actually makes her not as attracted to masculine men and the man that she would actually deep down want. And this led me on a bit of a mental path where I was thinking about everything that happens in this generation and why we all kind of feel unfulfilled, even on an external level. You could have everything externally on the surface. For example, I've got a lot of good things going externally, but there's still times where I feel extremely empty and I feel like we're not in the best place we can be. And it feels like it's all by design to a degree. And this isn't me trying to be a mad conspiracy theorist who's woke and losing his mind. This is more so me just being honest to you boys, because most guys I see in our generation are deeply depressed. They absolutely hate themselves, they hate their life, they question what is even the point? Why are we still here? Now, how do they solve this? What is the way they solve this? How do they deal with this pain? You're told to deal with this pain in the negative way you possibly can, the worst way you possibly can. Let's go down the pub and drink loads of alcohol. Now, that's fun. Don't get me wrong, I do go out here or there. But what does that do? That makes you feel shit the next day. That makes you feel terrible. That drops your testosterone. You've spent that whole weekend going mental, then the next day you're fucked. You're down. You're depressed. You're hungover. Then you're back in that same position. Okay, what's the other alternatives? Let's sit in and watch something. Okay, let's order a takeaway. Now you're not as happy with your body. You're enjoying it short term, but you're not as happy with your body. You're not moving. You're not active. Okay, now relationships wise, what do you want in a relationship? Us as men, we want a feminine girl. Okay, now what's happened there? Okay, so women have to be more masculine now due to inflation. Essentially, that's basically why they gotta be more masculine. Everything costs so much, so they gotta work, build up in jobs, and women are making good money and good jobs as well. And now you as a guy, you're nowhere near as important. You're nowhere near as important. So relationship wise, she didn't even need you, bro. She didn't even need you, and you don't even necessarily need her because you got porn. You got porn, you got your right hand, mate. You got your right hand. That'll do the job. That's less effort, that's easier. Can you see how this generation all leads to negative paths? The solutions that you feel, the solutions that you're drawn to, that you're told is okay, is a negative path. Let's even talk about casual sex. I fell into this recent times where it's just non-connection, no girls I really wanted, and guess what it done? It didn't make me feel the best. It did not make me feel the best. Now, let's go out, let's get drunk, and let's have one night stands. Brilliant idea. No, it's not a good idea. Not only for that woman, not only for that girl, but for you as a person, it's not a good idea. Because you're connecting with a different person that you shouldn't even be connecting with because you don't even know each other well. But let's do that anyway. Let's see how it feels. It feels okay, it was all right, but it wasn't truly fulfilling. Okay. Can't you see how all these things don't lead to what you want? On a base level, all we want on a real base level is a family, a beautiful girl by our side, a beautiful relationship, and we want money there. That's what we want. We want a relationship that works well, money there. Now, as a guy now, if you work hard, you're not even promised to get the girl you want. The amount of guys I know who are in a position where they make good money, they live a good life, but guess what? They can't get the girl they want. And why is that? Artificial things, attraction. That's one of them. And I can get women that they wish they could get. Why is that? Because I'm genetically blessed to a degree. I'm taller than them and I've put an effort into my physique and my body. So now I get the attraction that they want. And I basically, let's say a guy like me, I'm tall in shape. Guess what happens? That girl, let's say they have something with you, you're not a right fit, they've got with another person. It's not been another right thing for them. Leads to more issues in their relationships in the future. Leads to guys saying that they've been with that girl. Leads to loads of different issues on the back of it. Now, we're in a weird generation. This is what I'm trying to get the message to you across. Every single path that they publicize to you, Every single path seems to be negative and seems to not help you. Now, what is the real path? What is the good path that makes you feel fulfilled? Mundane, boring stuff like this that doesn't turn you into a dopamine monkey. That is what the fulfilling path is. So you sitting in a field full of whatever they are, I don't even know what they are, full of just nice blessings. That is what is fulfilling. That's what makes you feel good. You building your physical health, you in the gym, you pushing yourself, you working on a purpose and stuff, and you're fulfilled in. But instead, they tell you go for the highest paying job, even though you're stressed, even though you hate your life, even though you have no time for your kids, your families, to have a good day in life. That relationship fucks up. You notice. Now, we are also in the generation where we have the most control. And this is what you need to understand, and this is what you need to hone in on. For you to be in that percentage that has more attraction, has more everything, it's easier than ever. And also for you to achieve your dream job, your dream money, in regards to a business sense, it's easier than ever. But in a normal path, not as easy. And this is what you need to understand, boys. What do you want your life to look like? Do you want to be stressed all the time? Do you want to be just for the sake of money? Do you want to be just stressed? And now you and your missus are arguing and the connection in there, and you didn't even really want her anyway, but she was the only one you can get. Do you want that, or do you want to wait, build yourself and find that relationship? And this is the thing, boys, it always comes back to the other answer, which is the effort. The effort is what gets you to where you want, the life you want. The effort. You putting that effort into your dream business, your physique, your body, building that body, dressing better, grooming yourself. That's where all the positives are, man. That's where all the positives are, not in these easy dopamines, not in these things that tear you back and keep you in the same position and keep you questioning, boys. Thank you, boys, for watching. Like, comment, and subscribe.